Hello, my name is Jack Strongtham. I am the application engineer for the UK and Ireland and Benelux countries for Civil 3D. So the new Genio import-export extension for Civil 3D 2011 can be found on autodesk.com /subscription. This is a subscription center which you will need a log on, which your reseller can help provide you with the details to get access to that site as long as you have subscription. On there you will find this tool, as you can see on the image below, and within this new release we also have added a new level of functionality to read the Bentley MX raw model database file format model.fill. So after installing the Genio tool, you'll find it stored within the toolbox. Here we see the various options available to you: import from Genio file, export to a Genio file, and the new addition for 2011 is to import from a model file. Let's first look at Genio. So Genio is the data exchange format typically used within MX and also various other products out there as well. If we open a file, here's a Genio file. It's a text-based file, could have TXT, CRD, or even IMP. Be aware of this option because this is the MX core programming language to do design. So picking the file, we can see the various models that are within the file. So a ground model, which in this case, if you look at the strings, it says it's MX triangle strings, so it's a surface to us. If we look at this model here, it's a string based file, so this is actually the MX survey, and you see the string codes that are in there. Also there's a design, so we can see a G string here, so it's an MX geometry string 12D. So this will actually convert through as an alignment and profile. So the geometry string in Civil 3D language is alignment and profile. The master string is literally a 3D polyline on import, just like we have within our corridor models. And then any kind of design that could be within there. So this is again a surface, but of the proposed design. Let's first look at survey. So we can bring in strings, i.e. through the whole model or by choosing a selection mask. Other options before we just import this is how do you want them to draw. So we're mainly looking at this area for the survey feature. So looking under the load, there is a table file which will basically assign any string codes to layers and colors. So this will give you a very similar feeling to what MX would draw out as well. So let's just import this, and we see the survey as we see here. If we pick any of the lines here, you'll see the layers and colors as we just specified. Another word of note, just to explain what these lines are for. These are actually spot levels or spot elevations, depending on where you're from. And these are L strings, and so typically L strings are used as a way for surveyors to measure spot levels within fields, and they're actually generally chained together, and this is why they're actually drawn as a 3D polyline. So if you would rather have spot levels as symbols like a cross, these would need to be changed to a P string, and then on the import you would get Kogo points rather than lines. Anyway, this is something now that you could create a surface from in Civil 3D. So just using the typical surface creation of using break lines and Kogo points if you have those within the drawing. If we just step this back, we'll just undo, as if we look back in that file, you'll see there actually is a ground surface. So you can either use Civil 3D to do the surface, or you can have a surface from MX, depending on what you have available to you. So there's the same surface. It's in Civil 3D now, labelled as such, and of course does all the usual things within Civil 3D that we would expect. So let's just apply some contours and away we go. Let's just have one more look within this file, and let's just bring in this G string and the M string as well. Just looking again at the options. So G strings are going to be an alignment and profile in Civil 3D. So within your template you can choose how these will be drawn right on import, and same for any surfaces as well. All these options are there for you to suit your template. Let's import again. Just apply a little bit of line weight so you can see the Civil 3D alignment, and if we pick on there you'll see that this is actually the road center line, the M string. If we look over this side here, you'll see that we've got some kind of profile drawn out here. Depending on the style that you chose, you may have some various bits missing. So let's just check the style that's used. Existing ground. Well, actually in this case this is a designed profile. One thing again is within MX the geometry is only the horizontal alignment and the vertical profile. It has no relationship to any surface. So changing style, you can see the straights and curves within that model. If we now want to just continue adding the rest of the drawing components in Civil 3D, we can go to Create Profile Surface. Here's this GC01. We could add the ground surface, any styling that we would normally do. Click OK. Now we can see the ground. And if we pick again, we can now add the bands at the bottom. Input band set. Choose your normal one. Within the UKIE template, there is some styles to emulate, obviously an MX look and feel, but we'll make it Civil 3D, and then choose your profiles for the various levels. So let's make that the ground, and everything else should be good. And now we have Civil 3D drawing output, which is all scale reactive. Okay.